Josh the Balloon Guy here. Today, I'm going to continue the Easter prep, and I'm going to show you how to do a simple Easter egg headband or bracelet, or you can even turn it into a wand if you wanted to. And all we're going to need for this one is one green 260 and three different color 5-inch rounds. In this case, I've got pink, blue, and purple. All right, so we're going to start by blowing up our green 260 about halfway. Okay, leaving about 2 hand widths, and give it a little burp, tie it off, and we're going to do 2 finger bubble petals, okay, and about 2.5, but we need to do 6 of them. All right, so the first petal, and then tuck that knot in. Next petal, we want to keep them the same size, okay, and this is the same technique we learned on the flower, because it's basically what it is. It ends up being a 6-petal flower. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. One more petal makes 6. And just like on the butterfly I taught you a couple of days ago, I'm going to use the remainder of the balloon to be a bracelet. So I'm going to go ahead and push the air toward the end, or you can use a balloon cutter so you can tear off, or you can use a balloon cutter, snip it off. Okay. In this case, I'm going to put a little puff of air back in there, tie off a knot right there at the end, stretch it down as far as I can get it, and I'll leave that until the very end. Then I'm going to take each of my 5-inch rounds, blow them up a little bigger than a golf ball, like I said, about the size of a cutie orange. I'm going to tie closer to the neck, and then I'm going to squeeze them to shape them into ovals. And each of those just gets twisted into the middle of that petal flower. Okay, so again, a little bigger than a golf ball. Tie off close to the nozzle. Give it, just kind of push it down, back down into the neck. And just repeat for each of them. Whoop. Egg on the run. Better than egg on my face, huh? But twist each of those into the 6-petal flower. Okay, and it's just and the brighter the colors you have, the better, so if you've got yellows and oranges and whatever, these just happen to be the ones I had with me. But just a cute little egg basket. I may have blown up that pink one a little bit too big, but that's okay. Eggs come in all different sizes. Now, you can stretch that out, wrap it around the center petal. If the child's wrist is small enough, you can use that as your bracelet. And I say if the child's wrist is small enough because if the child has a bigger wrist, that may cut off some circulation. I mentioned them the other day, and here I'll show you one. Do carry with me hair ties. They're very cheap on Amazon. And I can just wrap that into one of the petals, give it a little spin to lock it in place, and then that will go on just about anybody's wrist. If it'll go on my wrist, it'll go on just about anybody's. Okay. You can also use that what we had left over of that balloon. And if you are a headband person, just happen to have one right here, use that leftover balloon to tie it in, and then you have a nice Easter headband. So keep practicing, and I'll see you next time.